Welcome to Cheapskate Brewing. Why is this channel different? Well, for a start, I don't wear a baseball cap, I don't have a beard, and I'm from Essex, in England. Stick around. Welcome to Cheapskate Brewing. As you can see, this is my brew house. No, it isn't. This is where it all happens. My brew house is my kitchen. This video will be about the basic equipment you will need to get you started on the road to All Grain Brewing. If you haven't already tried kit brewing, that may be a good place to start to help you get a better understanding of what you're trying to achieve. The first thing you're going to need is a pot to put the strike water in and a kettle to help you speed up the process. A large plastic spoon, very useful. That will help greatly when you need to stir the grain. The other thing that I need when I'm brewing, of course, you can't do much without grain. I have a few of these net bags, very useful for putting the grains in, which is called boil in a bag if you're new to this game. If you're not, I'm sorry if I'm boring you. The other thing, of course, that is very useful is a thermometer. Now this, I'll hold it over here because otherwise here you can't see it, is a simple meat thermometer or cooking thermometer. It's only £5 on Amazon, so far we're keeping the cost down pretty well. The other thing that's very useful is a hydrometer. Now you may well know what a hydrometer is. This one happens to be inside its own little tube, but you can get them so that they're in a glass tube of their own that you drop in from the top. This one I find useful, but the only problem with these is it draws out quite a lot of the fluid, and when you're only making a gallon or 5 litres like I do in this pot, then every little bit of beer is a bit precious. So the other thing that's worth having is a refractometer. Now there are many people with many videos on YouTube showing you exactly how to make these work and what to do with them. But if people ask me to, I will get round to talking about them in a future video. Of course, you will need to make sure all your equipment is clean, but until you've finished the boiling process, you don't need to worry too much about sanitization. You will need some tubing. PVC tubing is fine and cheaper, but if you can stretch just a little, some silicone tubing would be better in the long run. After the mash process, you will of course need a pot to boil your wort in. Well, that of course can be the pot that you originally started with. When you start the boil process, you will of course need hops, and they can come in a flake form like this, or they can come in pellets, and the type of hop you need will be described in the recipe that you are trying to create. You will need a fermenter, which can be a 1 gallon plastic bottle or a glass demijohn to which you can fit an airlock. Once you have finished the boiling process, you will need to ensure sanitization of all your equipment. You'll see a lot of people on YouTube talking about a sanitization product called ChemSan. Well, of course, that appears to be an American product. And in England, you'll come across a product called ChemSan, which is the product that I use, and is easily available on Amazon. That will ensure all your sanitization needs, and although it might appear a little expensive, it will last for a long time. After fermentation, you will need bottles to put your beer in for the conditioning period. So don't forget to have the bottles and a capper with caps ready before you finish fermentation. That is all the basic equipment you will need to start your first brewing experience with All Grain. I'll put all that list of equipment in the list below so that you can see for future reference what I've been talking about. Please let me know what you would like to know about in any future videos, and like or subscribe, or both, and I will see what I can do to let you know my view of how to brew a home brew by grain England. Thanks for watching. See you next video.